All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the marketplace with Uche Onoche this evening. I hope you've had a great day. I hope Monday has lived up to what we expected. Um, Thank you guys for showing up every week. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for being there every week. I would not be able to do this without you. You're a source of encouragement to me every time I come in here, and I see you guys. It's such a privilege to be here with you guys, and also to be able to share. It's good that we share. It's good that we share with one another. Um, it's good that we share with one another. Like I always say, this started during the pandemic, sometime about March, um, February, March last year, thereabout. And I had this strong urge to teach, continue to teach. Teaching is my life. Teaching, coaching, mentoring is what I do mainly. Not mainly, but part of what I do is to coach and to mentor people. And before the pandemic, there was, um, we had this physical interaction with people, and I didn't have access to everybody. I did not have access to everybody, but when we started this, I was able to get some followership. I was able to make some friends online, people that I did not know before now. I was able to get to know them. I was also able to get to mentor those people. So it's been a journey that I am happy that I took during the pandemic, that I'm able to share part of what we do at Marketplace Apostles. Is a thing of honor. I see some guys here. Um, I see Bobby. Bobby, welcome on Instagram. I see Eze G. Caleb. I see, Yvette Stocks. I can't really see that, but I see those of you coming up um, on Instagram, on Facebook. Welcome. We also have some people. We also have some people on Zoom, and also we have people on YouTube. I welcome each and every one of you. Today we're talking about something that is very important. We're talking about how to position yourself as a leader. I was discussing with a pastor friend of mine, I think like 2 weeks ago, and what were we talking about? I was trying to tell him we were discussing about this topic. I think that this is one of the reasons why I brought up this topic today. And I said to him that churches need to produce value, they need to show value. And the argument was, the back and forth was based on, it's God that sends people to the church. I said, I agree that God sends people to the church, but what do you do with the people that God sends to you? How do you make them stay? Because God sent them to you doesn't mean that they will stay because God sent them there. It's not like God came physically to them and said, go to that church and remain in that church for the rest of your life. They will remain when they see some form of value. They will remain when they see that whatever you're doing there resonates with them, with their spirit, and also physically, it is working well for them, and they're achieving whatever they came to the church for, they will get it. And we talked about it, and I was trying to tell him that we are living in a world of value. We also talked about blow your trumpet, and you see that Christians and believers, they say, no, that God will do it for me. God will elevate me at the right time. I've heard people say, oh yes, they didn't give me that promotion, but God is going to give me at the right time. God is going to give you opportunity for you to be promoted. God is not going to press it on your boss and say, promote this guy, promote this lady. God is going to give you opportunity. But you have to position yourself well to receive it. God sends us a lot of gifts and blessings every day, but we are not prepared. So it goes to the next person that is prepared. God has called you for leadership, but if you don't position yourself, it goes to the next person that is ready. See, God cannot give you anything that you have not built capacity for. So if you want to be a leader, you also need to know what to do for you to get to that leadership position. This is the summary of what I'm going to discuss with you this evening. So let us get to the meat of today's presentation. I will just give you an overview, a short overview of concerning the topic we are discussing today. And you see, there's never been a better time to develop your leadership skill. Deloitte, there's this survey, there's this Deloitte 2014 Millennium Survey. According to them, it's a survey group. They say the millennials will comprise 75% of the global workforce by 2025. Who are the millennials, or Generation Y, as they are called? They are the people that are born between 1981 and 1996. So Harris poll survey says that the younger millennials are between 25 and 32, and the older millennials are between 33 and 40. So millennials are between the age of 25 and to 40. So, and you see that according to this survey, 75% of the global workforce by 2025 are going to be manned by the millennials. By 2025, it's going to be manned by the millennials. So think about the statistics for a while. You can see that the change of baton in the workplace is, we are getting ready for a change of baton in the workplace. And so you need to know your age, because even me, I had to check my age and say, come on, am I left out of this? I need to know where I am. And it says within 10 years, the baby boomers will have all but completed the handover of leadership and responsibilities to members of Generation X and Generation Y in the next 10 years. So that most people that fall between the millennials and Generation X is people between the ages of 41 and 56. And I was happy that I'm still part of the group that they're going to hand over. So Generation X and Generation Y are the people that are waiting. The baton is going to come. Even in, like I was discussing with my pastor friend, I said, get ready, because our spiritual fathers, they are saying goodbye. They're going. The baton is going to change. It's a global thing. And if you're not prepared for that change is going to come. You're going to see your mates. You're going to see those junior, younger than you, and they are going to get into that leadership position. So this is a sound of warning, not warning. This is this is an alarm to those of you that fall into Generation X and Generation Y. It's about time that you get interested in moving into management position. This is the time. This is the time for you to make that change. This is the time, because the time to change the baton is very close. Okay, so why now? You will see globally now, in anticipation for this global demographic shift, many companies, many organizations are developing high potential programs in-house. Some are sponsoring the employees there for what? Development of their up and coming leaders. If you check now across the corporate world, there is a lot of leadership programs, leadership training, mentoring programs that are being offered. Even if you check on the internet, you see there's a lot of leadership courses, free and paid. There a lot are coming, like more than it used to. Why? Because there is this thing, there is a global change. There is a global need for us to prepare ourselves. So you must find ways for you to stand out, to be recognized as someone that has this potential. That's what I'm saying. God will get you into the company. God will get you into that crowd. But it's left for you to position and build yourself for that. Don't say because God has blessed me, I had a dream, I had a prophecy, I have this, and because of that, I will not move forward. Prophecy cannot substitute personal development. It cannot substitute capacity. You might have a prophecy all you want, but if you do not have the capacity for it, even when you get it, you will lose it. So we must prepare ourselves. We must stand to be counted. This is your personal responsibility, and God and no angel can do that for you. Incorporating certain traits in your life will demonstrate your ability to the people that matter. You see, when you come to work every day, you must behave as if you are being invited to perform in an opera. You are being invited to perform at the highest level of your industry, of your market. Every day that you come, you must put in 120% into your job, even whether you like it or not, whether you're in transit or not. I tell people, and I tell them that, look, even if you don't like your job and you want to move on to another, let it be noted. Let it be on record that while you were there in that company, you gave it your best. You know why? You can get an international job, you can get a good job. Don't forget, they will always write to your organization where you left. What remark will your boss write there when he has seen that you did not put in your best? That is the mistake most people always make, because they never thought that they will get a good international job. No serious company will employ you without getting reference from your last place of employment. What will they say about you? It's very important that you know exactly what they will say about you. So you need to incorporate some certain traits into your work life that will demonstrate the abilities, that will show people that matter that you are ready for the next level. So let us look at some of these traits that can help you to stand out, that can help you to be counted, that can help you to be outstanding, that can help you to be selected at every particular point in time. Okay. All right. So let's look at some of those traits. Let's look at some of those traits. The first one is deliver superior performance. Deliver superior performance. Don't just meet your expectations. Exceed them every time you have an opportunity to do so. Don't just meet expectations. Don't just say, I need to do, this is what I need to do for me. This is what I need to do for me to be able to retain this job. Every time I said to myself, Uche, you had all the opportunity to have first class in the university. But I did not, because every time I was called to the party, I did not perform. I just performed enough so that I can come home and collect the next money that is available for me to go to school. I just performed because I know that I had a father that will not take rubbish from me, especially when it comes to academics. So I had to give the barest minimum. But now most of us, we're regretting it because we had all the time for us to be first class students. Who knows some of the struggles we had, we would not have had that struggle in the workplace. See, anything that you don't know that you don't have today is because you didn't put in enough time for that thing. Anything you want to do, there was somebody that read English and I told him, do you know you can go back to the university and read mathematics now? Because you are mature, your brain is more open and you can do everything. So a guy that didn't like mathematics. Every time you set your mind to something, it happens. As a man thinketh, so is he. So just don't do anything. One guy told me, why am I not, we went somewhere and said, that why am I not casual? That everybody is dressed in a casual way. I think he says, he was trying to tell me of how to, if I wear a kaftan, that I should wear, he called it palm sandals or he called it something. And it's not been there's nothing wrong in it, but I don't see myself wearing, I'd rather do a slip-on or something, and he was like, I should try and be casual. I said, I'm not a casual guy. Anytime I come up to do something, I am doing it to the best of my ability. Every opportunity, every waking moment is opportunity to show your God-given talent because you don't know where. Somebody told me when I speak that you don't give out every single thing that I have, that I should hoard some. But I told the person, where I'm going is very far. If I start hoarding, the people that need to see me will see me, I am giving substandard. But I will come fully prepared for every meeting because I don't know if that person that I need to pass through to get to where I'm going through, to get to my prepared place, that person might just be listening and hear every single thing that I need to. If I don't download everything I need to download, it's because I don't have time, not because I do not have the willingness. So we must, at every particular point in time, come prepared. If they tell you to do something, talking about in school, the people I know for sure, the people that had first class in my class, every time we go, I see them doing research. I see them talking to professors. The kind of things that they were discussing. We will be telling them this is over syllabus. You are overdoing. Why don't you just read and pass? But they had first class. And they had better opportunities. While we were struggling to look for jobs were calling them interviews, they were calling them for interviews, just because we did not show up prepared. For you to deliver, to be seen as a leader, you must perform all the time. Being recognized as someone who possesses high potential starts with superior performance. Listen, I don't know what's on the inside. I don't know how skilled you are. I can only know what you can do based on what I see. If your boss does not see those things and you're believing that God will do it for me someday, God will show it for me. See, I believe in God. Most of you know that I'm a pastor, but I tell you also the truth. If you keep saying those things, because a lot of young men and women say it, and I get worried. I get worried when they say those things. Sorry, let me just mute someone's mic. Austin, please, can you just mute your mic? Let me just do that for you now. Okay. All right. I think I've done that. All right. So you must at every time perform. There are some things you need to in the corporate world. There's some things I want you to remember. Demonstrate, show interest, strong commitment. When you go to any organization, you must demonstrate your desire to move into top leadership roles. It's a desire. It starts with you desiring it. The people that are appointed is when they see that the willingness is there. Okay, let's just try this, guys. If we don't see it in you, we will think you are docile, and we will think that you don't have managerial. You are not a management material. That's what they used to say where I was working. This one is not a management material. Because you are not showing us in any way. You're not showing us in any way that you have what it takes. You must demonstrate the desire. And how do you demonstrate the desire? By not shying away from task. You know, when your manager says, who will do this? I need someone to work on this. Everybody will be hiding their head under their behind their laptop. Leaders will stretch forth their hands and say, I will try. Sir, I have not done it before, but I will try. Your manager has noted you. When they call for certain things, when they ask for certain things, when they ask, yes, it's okay, Austin, I've muted you. When they ask for certain things, don't just hide away. Show, demonstrate that you're a leader. The only way you can demonstrate that you're a leader is by taking action. You don't need to have a title. There's this book, A Leader Without a Title? A Leader Without a Title. What's the name of this guy? I think he's of Indian descent. But check it, A Leader Without a Title. It will bless you. It's the same guy that wrote a Ferrari, something like A Monk with a Ferrari or something like that. Robin Sharma. Read those books. It will bless you a lot, especially that A Leader Without a Title, something like that. It will bless you. You can take leadership positions without you being a manager. It gets you noticed. You must show yourself that you are capable of it. If not, there's no way I will know. It must show in your work. It must show in your table. If I come and I see that your table is scattered, you have a scattered table. The lunch you ate is on the table. I can see that you're untidy. I can see lines, sweat lines on your shirt. Your white shirt is now brown or off color. When they say leaders should wear jacket and suit, you know, you say, no, I don't like these suit things. It's okay. You remain where you are. Because you can't go to board meeting with me, or you can't go to meetings and seminars and exhibitions and all that, not dressing like it. At least Joseph had to shave before he go before the Pharaoh, before he went before Pharaoh. You have to dress like where you are going. Don't say you don't like those things. Then also you don't like the position. Then you have to show interest in the broadening in broadening your perspective across the whole business, not just where you are. Show interest in other departments. Make comments. Learn about other departments, other arms of the business. Learn about it. When they are talking, somebody might tell you, oh, I know you are not in this department, but sir, I have something to do. I think I understand what they are doing. It will impress every boss. And the boss inside will say, this is a management material. And at the right time, you will be promoted. See, promotion is deliberate. Salary increase is deliberate. It's not because of how long you have been, it's how well you have done. It's how well you have done. Leaders are the ones that handle issues. If you're not able to handle strong issues, there's nobody who's going to elevate you to a leadership position. You will continue to be a follower. The third thing is you have to show a strong commitment to developing yourself and others. You don't have to wait for the company to send you on a course. If there's something you see, even if the company says that I think we should, your manager is proposing to your MD that we should go on for that course, you can go and do that course. There are many courses. There are many related courses free on the internet. At least have an idea. So the next weekly meeting, you're able to say something. And they'll say, oh, you have an idea. Oh, I have an idea. This is what I think we should do. They will send you on that course. When they're looking for people that they will send somebody that already has an idea. And if you have that willingness and the patience to grow somebody else, because leadership is about influence. Leadership is about carrying somebody along. Leadership is about training and bringing people up. So you must show that not only are you strong, you can develop yourself, but you can also develop others around you. When there's something and they say, who will talk to the staff? You say, Lord, let me try, sir. You can go to talk to your mates and try to tell them the perspective of management. At first, they might not listen to you. The second time, they might not listen to you. But the third time, you will be able to balance it. And one of you, because it's happened to me before. My manager was talking, and I told my manager, maybe you should tell these people like this. The manager is the type that doesn't like confrontation. So he said I should go and tell my peers. I should go and, So I came and I knew how I said. I didn't come like, oh, the manager prefers me or anything. I was able to say, look, you people know our manager. This is what he's trying to say to us. Guys, let's just try and see how all of us work here. And I remember the analogy I used. I said, look, we're in the same vehicle and he's the driver. And if we don't support him, he can go and drive us into a ditch or drive us into a ravine or drive us off a cliff. So let's just support him for the sake of we have families to feed. I came from the angle of we are one and we're in the same common issues, and they listened to me. But I did not know that management was looking at it as somebody that is in a management position. And when promotion came, I was. And some of those my colleagues, they were not. By the time I was getting to GM, there were still some of them that were still in that position. They were just getting to assistant manager. So it depends on what you show. So in addition to all this, you have to have a strong track record of performance. How do you get a strong track record of performance? How do you get that? You can only get that by accepting responsibilities. Accepting responsibilities. You can only get that by accepting responsibility. So when next they call on somebody who can do it, oh, sir, I've been there, I've done this. Even when you're looking for a job somewhere else, I did this project, I did this project. But when you are hiding from tasks and responsibilities, your track record will be very short. Demonstrate high performance. Demonstrate high performance in serving clients and taking care of people. Don't shy away from clients. Don't shy away from the things that the company is into, and also being there for people. Okay, let's look at another trait that is very important for leaders to show how to position yourself in the workplace, in the marketplace, in leadership. Cultivate a followership. Cultivate a followership. Even before you cultivate a followership even before you get into the leadership position. Let me ask you a question. Do you have the ability to inspire others to collaborate and take action? Just like I gave you an example. My manager couldn't talk. He doesn't know how to confront issues. He can't talk to people face to face. He would rather talk to you through email, through WhatsApp, through this. There was no WhatsApp then, there was no phone. So he talks to you through email. He hides behind his laptop, and that's how he talks. So, but if you have the ability to inspire others, not just inspire others, to collaborate with them, and also to take action when there is need, what it means that you have started building followership. You can build followership with your subordinate. You can build followership with your peers. You can even build followership with top management. You can build followership. I mean, I know I have a friend. He even took his own to the next level. The floor where we used to work, the topmost floor is for the MD and the executive directors and some few group heads in the top. You know, for some reason, he finds his way there and he will greet everybody, you know. And there was one, sir, if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. There was one, the one executive director, the one that is the most senior, and he always tells him, sir, if anything you want me to do, I can do it for you. Until one day the guy actually called him and said, do this for me, and he did it well. He stayed in the office till about 11 p.m. doing that, came very early the next day to tidy it up and give it to him. The guy told him thank you. He told him thank you, and after saying that thank you, he had noted his ability. And when they were opening a new division in another place, and because the guy wanted to leave Lagos, where he wanted to go, he was among the people. He was asked, where do you want to serve? Nobody has that privilege, but he had that privilege. Why? Because from time to time, he made himself available. That was followership. You need to build followership. If you want to be recognized as a future leader, someone that has future leadership potential, you should be able to cultivate a followership before you get there. People will always follow a talented leader because they want to be inspired and motivated. Everybody wants to be inspired, encouraged, and motivated. Everybody wants to be in the midst of brilliance, intelligent people. Everybody wants to be motivated in one way or the other. I don't like to be where people don't motivate me. I don't want to be the big fish in a small pond. I don't want people to give me accolades when I know that people, my peers are not there. You need to be able, everybody wants to be inspired and motivated. And you don't know that when you're doing those things, you are gaining followership. And gaining that followership, you are building a brand for yourself. You're building a brand. You're building a personal brand, because everything that you do is adding or subtracting from your personal brand. You need to know that. Everything you do is adding or subtracting from your personal brand. And your personal brand has nothing to do with you. It's not like your CV or resume that you can write yourself. No, your personal brand is in the minds and the hearts of people. And they write whatever they will. So it's a tough one. Personal brand is a tough one. Personal brand is written in the minds of people. Some people, you can't change their minds. But if 80% of the people that meet you say similar things, then at least you know where your source of strength is. At least you know where your source of strength is. It's important that you cultivate followership. So learn to make people, learn to know, learn what makes people tick and what qualifies their respect. What do people want? Everybody needs a helper. Everybody needs someone to encourage them. Everybody needs someone to make them laugh. Everybody needs that person that will say, good morning, how are you doing? You're looking good today. Everybody needs that form of encouragement. You know, some people feel proud or big to say those things. You don't understand that that secretary or that receptionist that you tell every morning, oh, you're looking good today. You don't understand. The day she's going to serve the MD something, or maybe they are having board meeting and she's the one that is serving refreshment there, and they say something, the MD say, oh, don't mind that Uche. That receptionist that you're greeting every day can say, oh God, that's the best staff we have here. And she can just say, and the MD can say, are you serious? Say, ah, sir, we are downstairs. We are the ones that see what happened. This and this and this and this is what the guy does. And that can change everything. It can change everything. Just that receptionist that to most people is inconsequential. But she's a fan. She's a follower. So get to know what makes people tick. I had a proud boss. He would just come. He would just not smile. And everybody, he's always frowning. Until one day I told him, sir, I said, your tie is good. I'm sure this is, you didn't buy this from Nigeria. He smiled and laughed. I said, okay, so this is your weakness. So I mean, as mean as you are, because he can be very mean. He has a lot of harsh words. He can be very mean. So I said, as mean as you are, you like compliments. It's okay, compliment. That's what makes him tick. Every time we come, I compliment him for shoe, compliment him for car, compliment him for everything. One day I say, oh God, I just like you. Me and him became friends. He started gisting and he just opened up. He became a follower. It was about the time I was leaving the organization. But if I had stayed back, the one that people hate is now my follower. What qualities do people respect? Begin to cultivate them. And I tell you, you're on the path of leadership. This is what I say, that God will give you the opportunity. But you have to develop yourself to be able to recognize those opportunities, to take those opportunities. If you do nothing, God does nothing. If you do nothing, God does nothing. So don't think that, oh, because God has sent me here, God is also going to do it for me. God expects some things. He expects your equity in the company that you and him have. And that company is you. So your equity contribution is what we are trying to discuss here today. Okay, another trait is what? The third trait is what? Be boldly self-aware. I've talked a bit about this. Do you know your workplace brand? Followership that I've talked about is you are building a brand. All I've been talking about is building a personal workplace brand. In other words, are you aware of the unique impact you make in your office and how others perceive you? It's very important that you understand the concept of personal branding. What do people feel about you? You must be conscious of that fact, and you must make sure that you are not only aware, conscious of it all the time. So you need to write out who you want to be. I wrote out who I want to be in the workplace. Every time you meet me, some of the things you take away that I wrote it. I am making sure that I act in a way for you to think of me in that same way. I know who I used to be. It's not who I am now. Some of the things I do, they say he's a nice person, he's do this, he's doing. I wasn't that before. It was intentional because I want you to see me in this way. I build my portfolio as a business and a leadership coach and a life coach. When I told people, when I started preaching about leadership, when I started talking about leadership, the need for leadership, the need for Africa to have greater leaders, people were like, what is all this leadership? I kept talking, I kept saying, I kept building, I kept preaching, I kept doing all these things. Now I'm a go-to person when it comes to leadership and business. Now I'm a thought leader in business and leadership. And also now I decided a few years ago that I also want to be a life coach because I have a lot of experiences. And this brought my Wednesday mentoring session. Every Wednesday by 4 p.m. Nigerian time, I do mentoring session. People ask me questions from all over the world and I answer. I am able to do that because I'm able to do that because I have developed and I have put it inside you that I can do it. Why? With track record and performance. Every time I come out, I perform to the optimals to the best of my ability. And after a while, people begin to look at you in that way. Don't you know that the way people look at you, it is you that give them what to look at. It's how you want them to see you. That's how they see you. Don't think that, I'm a nice person. To you, you might think you're a nice person. To all of us, we think you're a horrible person. Your personal brand is a deliberate thing, and you must be boldly aware, self-aware of it. So if you want to be a leader, to position yourself as a leader, you must know how you are impacting. Everything that you do is calculated. Every move is calculated to get you to where you want. And so that people begin to be confident. If you don't blow your own trumpet, nobody will blow it for you. You know, they say humility is don't blow your own trumpet. Who will blow it for you? Why will I have a trumpet and just hang it there? And nobody is blowing it. I have a trumpet, so I need to blow it. I need to blow my potential. There's no way you will be with me 5 minutes. I don't tell you what I do. And I don't tell you what I'm capable of doing. I must tell you what I'm capable of doing. I must tell you who I am, what I think. It's deliberate that we that we place it in the mind of people. Why? Because your personal brand is in the mind of people and is not in you. So you must be cautious of it. You must be self-aware. And if you want any management position in the future, you should know these things. And you should be ready for them. That's because emerging leaders must possess strong self-awareness. Every emerging leader, everyone that is interested in leadership must possess self-awareness. Understanding your strength and where you can make an impact. You must know where you can make an impact. Concentrate on your strength. Your weakness can't help anybody. Weakness is, you have to collaborate with people to cover your weakness, but concentrate on your strength. Be brave about enough to make impact. Some of us want to make impact, but we are not brave enough to take off, to ask for that responsibility that could get us sacked. Some of the things I've asked in life, some of the things and some of the initiatives I've taken could have gotten me sacked. It could have been seen as insubordination. And that is where God factor comes in. God help me because I need to do this. I went to an organization and I remodeled everything without necessarily seeking for permission because I know I wasn't going to get it. But I remodeled it, and to the extent that people did not know that I was remodeling and changing the mindset and the culture of the department I was asked to run. It was a great risk because I had a temperamental boss. But you see, when those opportunities come, you have to be brave enough to take it if you are confident in yourself. And there's no way you can be confident in yourself except you begin to take those responsibilities, except you begin to do those things. And when you take those responsibilities, you will realize that that is where people will have confidence in you. I wouldn't know what you're capable of except I see it out there. I'm not your brother. I'm not your spouse. So I won't be able to see it until you show me by taking up responsibilities. But let me tell you, don't say that this man said take responsibility. You must be calculating, take responsibility, knowing fully well that you can do it. Even if you know you can't fully do it, you can ask for help, learn, do whatever, but get the job done. If you haven't yet uncovered your brand or your strength, there's something called 360 degrees feedback survey. If you Google 360 degrees feedback survey, it will give you a survey. It will give you a questionnaire. Fill it out and you will get your leadership profile. You will know your brand. Then you can take it up from there. Or you can ask a trusted manager. You can ask a mentor. All of us need a mentor. I don't know why Nigerians will feel that we don't need a shrink, we don't need a mentor. We do need those people. No one knows it all. The mentor has gone through what you're going through. We all need mentors. We can't all do it. Ask your mentor, ask your colleagues to describe how he or she thinks they perceive you. I'm always asking for feedback. All the people here with me, I'm always asking, what do you think? What do you think? Some of them think that maybe because I don't know what to think. Maybe some, I've seen their faces as if, are you sure this man is not dumb? I'm just getting feedback. Feedback helps me to be able to know what to do. If as a leader you don't get feedback, you are in isolation. Get feedback. Listen to the positive traits that are referenced more than once. When 5 people say one thing about you, one particular trait, you know that's your area of strength. Then you have to now aggressively seek out opportunities to apply that strength. What are people always saying about you? That's your area of strength. Oh, the guy talks very well. Oh, okay. So it means speaking. is one of my strengths. Speaking opens door. Not everybody can fully articulate their thoughts, express themselves. So it's a strength. It's a gift and a strength. So when people say, oh, okay, he's organized, it's a strength. It's not for you to write down, I can speak well, I'm organized. How can I use this to my advantage? If you know that, if you know these things, and you are cautious of these things, there's no way leadership position will elude you. No way. I bet you can come entry position, and in the next 10 years, you are close to becoming MD. Because most companies now, is not how long you stay, is how well what you are doing. I had a friend, he was employed. He was employed in I think they're into commodities, and he was in admin or HR or something like that. After like 6 months, he wrote that please they should send him to sales. Everybody was wondering, are you crazy? They are always sacking people in sales because they give you a target, you must meet it. He said, look, I can't do this work. I want to rise in this organization. I want to rise, and the only way for me to rise is a salesperson. It's just like you want to go to the Air Force and you are afraid of flying. How will you rise? I don't know if it's true, but I hear that for you to be a chief of air staff, you must be a pilot. You must have been a pilot. I don't know if it's true, but that is the word around. So you can't, if you want to get to the highest position at an airport, then you have to be able to fly. You must be a pilot. You must have flown so and so number of hours. So you have to find out and speak to people and try to find out where your strengths are. If you locate that strength, then you hit it and try as much as possible to use it to your own advantage. Okay, let's look at the fourth is think strategically. You see, leadership is 80% mind work, brain work than any other thing. A leader must always be thinking, must be ahead. A leader must always be thinking, must be ahead of the pack. You must strive to think broadly and more strategically. It's something you have to teach yourself. And here I've taught strategic thinking. I've taught analytic thinking and reasoning. If you go to my YouTube channel, Uche Onoche on YouTube, my channel, Uche Onoche channel, you will be able to see some of these teachings that are there. For you to be able to think strategically, you must question how things could be done better. A strategic thinker starts with not being comfortable with the status quo. Can we do things better? Even though we are making 50 million every year, there's potential for us to make 500 million every year. And I don't think there's anybody that has beef with money. And it's just not about the money, really. It's not about the profit. It's about the performance. It's about what you put in, a reward for the things that you put in. Question the way things are done, because that is where destructive thoughts, ideas come from. And destructive thought always come with a lot of benefits. Disruptive thoughts come with a lot of benefits. So question the status quo at any particular point in time. This will help you to bring out new ideas. If you accept that, okay, things are moving very well, let me tell you, anytime you think there's peace and safety, sudden destruction comes. Anytime you think, oh, things are going well and you are not observant, there's always something. So you must, at every particular point in time, yes, we're making enough money, but we can do more. Question the status quo. How to add value to your organization. You see, everything about in life is all about adding value. It's all about value. How to add value to your organization, no matter what role you are in. The food of the corporate world is value. The food of the corporate world is value. If you are not adding value, then you are not growing as a business or as an individual. So you have to add value to your organization. You have to think about, how can I continually, as a person, add value to this organization? Because if you're not adding value, there's no way a leadership position can be for you. And let me give you an example. Let's say you notice a number of customers with similar complaints about your team's products.
Let me give you an example.
Two things you can do. Instead of reacting to each problem or to each customer, you can now say, let us find the root cause, so that we can actually nib it from the bud. We can uproot it, it will not come. So now, 3-4 clients have complained about the same thing, about your product, about your service, about whatever it is that they're complaining. Now is the time. You don't have to be the MD. Now is the time for you to say, yes, this is an opportunity for me to be noticed. There's something like positive, there's positive and negative humility.
It's an opportunity for me to be noticed.
And I see quite a lot of negative humility in believers, in Christians, that get them nowhere. You are in the company. You were employed to add value.
Hello guys.
And you cannot add value with a closed and a sealed lips. You cannot. We must know you. We must know what you can do. When problem arises, that's where the leader shows up. So the first thing you can look at, root cause. What can we do? What can we do to solve this problem permanently? That is where you can suggest to your manager or whatever, this is what I feel. After I have researched and I have surveyed everything, I think that this will help us through this problem. Your company hasn't thought about it in that way. They are responding to each client. But you have seen beyond that. You have seen beyond responding to each client to see how we can solve the problem. Another way you can do it is that you can anticipate customers' needs even before it arises. Your interaction and the knowledge of the customers, they can help you and say, look, you can come up with how customers can anticipate their needs. Put yourself in the shoes. And this is where empathy comes. By the time you are used to your customers, what they want, always put yourself in their shoes and say, what can I anticipate they will say or do? What can their problems be? And you will respond even before there's a problem. This is what leaders do. Leaders think ahead. That's why they are always, leaders are ahead of the pack. When we say that you are ahead of the pack as a leader, it's because you are thinking far ahead. When everybody is thinking per customer, per client, you are thinking a whole, you are farther than them. You are anticipating their needs. You are doing future forecasts of what their problem can be. The best manufacturers are the manufacturers that are thinking what their customers will need in 2 years' time, that their customers don't even know that they need it. They will manufacture it. So manufacturers have products already waiting for the customers to get to where they are, then they will start to release those products for them. That is strategic corporate thinking. Some of the things you say invention, they were not invented today. They were invented 10 years ago, but they know that at some point it will be useful, it will be needed. And that's why they produced it ahead of time. This is what leaders do. This is strategic leaders that will, strategic leadership or strategic thinking that will get you noticed in the marketplace. Finally, let me talk about attract mentors. You need a mentor. We all need mentoring. We need mentoring. Whether you believe it or not, we need mentoring. One valuable element of high potential program is the opportunity to learn and network with others in your network, in your environment. You develop an amazing network. There's the power of network, having a strong network, is you can never overemphasize it. Who do you know helps you in the corporate world? Where do you belong? Belong to associations, corporate associations, because they help you to know what is happening. They help you to know what the trends are. You must know the current trends before you can forecast future trends. You will develop amazing, impressive peers, and your network will be powerful, will soon become a network of powerful business leaders. Like I said in the beginning, the baby boomers are leaving. In the next 10 years, they are handing over to what? Generation X and Generation Y. And I want to believe that most of you here belong with me in Generation X and Y. So the baton is going to come to us. We are going to receive it. So, but we need to stand to be counted. You have to develop relationship with leaders who can mentor and guide you right now. And some of you know that the vision of Marketplace Apostle is what? The princes are coming out of Africa. Most of you are saying it. I've heard me say it a lot. The princes are coming. Who are they? The princes are the captains of industry, the leaders from all spheres of life. And these are coming. They are coming. A new breed is coming. And Africa is getting ready for that. We need to, that leadership position is not going to fall on our laps. We need to prepare for them. And that's why I'm bringing out this leadership series. I've been on this leadership series for 2 months, and I'm going to continue on it until I have a release to lead it. You know why? Because in the heart of God, God is preparing a lot for Africa. But we need to position ourselves. The time for Africa is now. It's now. Other places, they are saturated. Africa is getting ready. Africa is getting ready. But we need to get ready for the world, for global partnerships that work. We need to build businesses that we collaborate with the West. We need to bring out business ideas that will be embraced by the West. How can we do those things if we are not prepared? I know some of you are in career right now, but prepare for leadership. It will be your turn. That these ideas and these things will make you be the point person that will collaborate with global partnership. Let me tell you, there's a new season that's going to last for the next 10 years. And that new season is about global partnership. It's either you take it or you leave it, but I'm telling you the truth. And this is the time that God is saying, leaders in Africa, wake up. The searchlight is on Africa. The searchlight is on Africa. And now is the time for us to make that move. Now is the time for us to make that move, to stand to be counted. That's why I'm doing this leadership series. I continue to do this leadership series. So we need mentoring. We need mentoring. Okay? I will summarize like this. When you get the opportunity to take on a leadership role or enter into a leadership development program, make the most out of it. anytime you are invited to anything, try as much as possible to make sure it's okay. It's okay. Try as much as possible to make the most of it. If you are selected for any leadership program, embrace the experience. Do not be passive at all. Do not say, I'm an introvert, I'm this. No. You can be both. Be an introvert when you need to be an extrovert when you need to be. Be like Paul. You can be all things to all men. When it's time to be calm, be calm. When it's time to not to be calm, don't be calm. Immerse yourself completely so that you can develop as a future leader. Guys, I've come to the end of this presentation, but there's something I want to tell you. There is need for leadership. There's need for leadership. And there's so much that I can do as a person. I train on leadership. I don't like staying more than 1 hour max, 1 hour, 15 minutes in my presentation. So I won't be able to take questions. But I take questions on Wednesdays. I come on Wednesday, 4 p.m. Nigerian time to take questions on anything based on what I have taught now, any issue. We have 5 areas of focus in Marketplace Apostles: business, career, leadership, personal finance, relationships. I'll call it again, 5 things: business, career, leadership, personal finance, and relationships. Relationships as it borders on marriage, corporate relationships, and interpersonal skills and relationships. So these are our 5 areas that people ask us questions. Life issues that generate from family and work. A lot of us don't know how to balance work and family. You can ask me any question on Wednesday. I come for 1 hour and I answer those questions. And we have people asking me questions from all over the world. And you also can do that. Because this is my CSR. These are the courses I train in my business school, but I'm bringing out some here. And I'm also mentoring. But maybe you can say, look, maybe I want more. I need more of this, of what you are saying. If you visit my website, ucheonochie.com, you can get my ebook, my audio, video, everything is there for highly discounted. Some of them are 450 naira. Doesn't less than even $1 on the website. You can just browse there, ucheonochie.com. Go to books and articles. You see there, it costs nothing for you to just browse there and just buy. Continue to have these materials. I am talking about leadership, emancipation of Africa. Everybody that knows me know this is the passion that I have. But we have to start from one person at a time, building and grooming people. Some people say, look, Uche, I need you to coach me. Coaching is different from mentoring. I do mentoring for free every Wednesday, but you want to have a dedicated time. You want to have 1 session, 3 sessions, 4 sessions, whatever it is. DM me with your message, and I'm going to give you a number that you can call. And that number, and we can discuss and say, okay, let us do this coaching for a period. Because let me tell you, I cannot say everything, but I've coached men to greatness. And that particular one comes with the fees. You are going to hear the things and you are going to be encouraged. And I'm going to send you to people and things that can help you become better. If you want that, fine. But if not, on Wednesday, if you ask me anything, I will also be able to answer you on that. So my materials are there for you at highly discounted. Then for those of you in Port Harcourt, I want to announce that when next Saturday, 31st of July, Saturday 31st at 10 a.m., we will restart our physical meetings. Our physical meetings is just going to be once a month now, because we need to interact. That is also a place where you can ask me one-on-one questions. This is also a place we can talk. So if you're interested and you have someone that's interested in the physical meetings, please, the physical meetings, the adverts are on social media. It's right here in Rumumasi where our secretariat is. We will hold it here. We expect to see you on Saturday the 31st. Let's come. It's been over a year, way over a year we've not gathered here at this secretariat, but it's open now. I hope to see you. Invite someone, bring someone along. I ask for a personal favor, just help me invite someone or send the link when you get the link for any of our Monday webinars, Saturday, Wednesday mentoring, and Saturday that is coming up. It's going to be once a month for the live sessions, and or the physical sessions going to be live, one session every month, and I hope it's going to be really, really exciting. So guys, I hope to see you. Marketplace here is always committed to serve you in those 5 areas. We jokingly call it our 5-fold ministry, but it's not like 5-fold ministry in the church or in the Bible. But this, I've said, our 5-fold ministry is business, career, leadership, corporate finance, and relationships. So I hope to see you. DM me whatever you want, and I'll be able to reach out to you. Reach out to me. If you want coaching, reach out to me. I'll be so glad to answer you. So I leave you with this. God bless you guys. Have a good night rest. I see you on Wednesday, next Wednesday. I see you on Saturday, and I see you on Monday. God bless you guys. Have a blessed night. Goodbye.